What's going on, everybody? Now for today's video, we have the Takara Mirage Fafnir Nothing 2S. Now this product was provided by BEYwarehouse.com. BEYwarehouse.com is easily the best place to be buying your Beyblades from in the entire universe. BEYwarehouse.com offers the greatest prices and the widest selection of premium 100% authentic Beyblades. You guys can get Metal Fight all the way to Beyblade Burst Dynamite Battle. Link to BEYwarehouse.com will be in the description below as well. Make sure to go ahead and use code TOYSCRAZE20 for 20% off on your next order. Now taking a look at the packaging, Mirage Fafnir, pretty epic. Free is back in Sparking, and he does have his new Bey in Beyblade Burst Dynamite Battle. Vanish Fafnir. Mirage Fafnir is still pretty good though, not gonna lie. It's definitely probably the second best Fafnir out there, in my opinion. Sparking was definitely my favorite system in the entire Beyblade Burst. But, what is your opinion on Mirage Fafnir? Let me know down in the comment section below. Now, the box looks pretty nice, typical for Sparking packaging. Free right there in the corner, Mirage Fafnir right there, Super King on the side. Take a look at the back of the box now. You get all the parts of this Beyblade. So for our chip, we get Fafnir, a new and improved kind of like Fafnir chip. Looks really nice. Our Mirage layer with a ton of rubber. We'll go more into depth on that later on in the video. For our chassis, we get 2 stamina. And the interesting part is, for our driver, we get nothing. So it's not nothing dash, it's literally just nothing, which is kind of weird. I don't know why we got nothing, but, nothing was still a pretty good driver, though. It's kind of like a throwback to, back in the day when we had, Drain Fafnir. So if you guys don't have nothing already, then this is really awesome, because you guys get to have nothing. I'm super hyped to go check that out later on in the video as well. That's it for the packaging, though. So now let's go ahead and open this up. Wow, this looks insane, man. Mirage Fafnir. So now let's go ahead and take a close-up look at this Bey. First up, we have our chip, Fafnir. Now, Fafnir looks pretty nice, the Sparking chip and the Sparking core. The Sparking core looks pretty cool, it's nice that we have that new system in Sparking. This green piece, I love the coloring. The green, the silver looks really cool. The chip overall looks nice. I love that type of red coloring. The gold looks really nice. The silver type of accents kind of complements the look. And as you guys probably know already, the teeth aren't on the chip anymore like GT. The teeth are now on the chassis, which is pretty cool, I guess. We don't get that anymore on the back of the chip. But overall, this chip looks pretty cool. Next up, we have our layer, Mirage. Now this is definitely a very cool part. You also can see this dragon eyes. Look at this red part, the red paint right there, red paint right here, the red part right here. The small details that really make this Bey look cool, I love that type of thing, what they did with that. It looks really nice. This whole, blue part, everything that's blue is rubber. The rubber isn't that flexible like Vanish Fafnir, but it kind of feels a little bit hard, but it is rubber, for sure. So, I'm excited to see what the spin steel capabilities of this Bey is. It's for sure going to be greater, and, we do get the nothing driver, so this is a complete upgrade. Next up, we get our double chassis 2S, also known as 2 stamina. This is a double chassis. You guys can see the teeth right there as well. Looks pretty cool. We also do get a mode change. Let's just show that off real quick. So let's just put this part together. Put the chip on real quickly. So basically the 2 modes that we get are counter mode and absorb mode. So counter mode is basically when you have the Bey looking like this. So these parts are actually, I put that chip on the wrong way, but we'll fix that later. Anyways, the chassis is kind of sticking out like that. So we get this piece right here, this piece right here, this piece right here, kind of sticking out. So this is counter mode. We flip that over. Flip that over really quickly, and bam, there we go. Now we have absorb mode. So super cool how we get 2 different modes. I'm definitely a big fan of the mode change, it looks pretty cool. I wonder which one's gonna perform better, but yeah, looks pretty nice. All right, let's fix the chip before we get into anything else, because this looks so bad, man. Alright, I apologize for putting the chip backwards. That was my fault. Alright, anyways, onto our driver now. We have nothing. So, the nothing driver, pretty cool. The orange coloring looks really nice. Basically, the whole gimmick with this thing is that it kind of it has a spring inside of it. This piece right here kind of sinks down like that. So, it goes up and down. So, sometimes you do see the Bey kind of jumping around. Not to the extent of Saber Valkyrie, but it'll kind of sink down sometimes, and I mean, it's not as cool as the anime for sure, but it's at least the Takara tried, right? This driver is definitely pretty cool. The spring is also pretty nice on this driver. We didn't get nothing dash, which is super weird. This is just the original nothing driver. Now let's go ahead and put our Bey together. Get our layer. Alright, we'll start it off in absorb mode. Bam. Wow, looks super awesome. Now, this definitely has a lot of spin stealing capabilities, you know, because with the, the Hasbro version, right? The Hasbro version, the Nothing driver was like way too tall, and that was the reason why it wasn't able to spin steal so well. This right here, it's got the perfect amount of rubber, a great chassis for spin stealing, and a great driver for spin stealing as well. Like, we got this with Drain Fafnir, and Drain Fafnir was a beast at spin stealing, so you already know this one's going to be as well. The overall design kind of complements it for spin stealing, you know, like the lower height of the overall bay. So yeah, I mean, it's for sure gonna spin steal. Maybe not to the extent of Vanish Fafnir, but it will spin steal for sure. So 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Let's go. The spin steal is real. Let's go. It's working a lot better there. Okay. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Oh, Brave Valkyrie's playing that aggressive here. Okay, there we go. There we go. Alright, Mirage Fafnir wins. Okay, let's do a couple more battles like this. Wow, Mirage Fafnir absorbing the attacks pretty well. Let's use counter mode after this battle. So we haven't seen counter mode yet, so... yeah, absorb mode is doing pretty well, for sure. Alright, nice. Let's use counter mode now. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Huge hits. Alright, well, nothing isn't really that aggressive with the driver, so... yeah, not too much attack power for Mirage Fafnir. I mean, it is a stamina type Bay after all, so kind of makes sense. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Yeah, Mirage Fafnir definitely has some good stamina. Nice. Yeah, Mirage Fafnir definitely doing pretty well. Alright, so my final thoughts on Mirage Fafnir. I think it's probably the best stamina type in the entire Beyblade Burst Sparking. It looks really nice as well. I'm loving the color scheme. And, you know, overall the Bay looks super cool. Now, in terms of what mode I like better, I personally like Absorb mode a little bit better. I don't know, they're both really good modes, but like I think Absorb mode kind of fits it a little bit more because like then you can have more spin steal and all that. Because like counter mode, you're not gonna be spin stealing as well because like, you know, the contact points aren't necessarily the rubber. Like, see, because we'll have like some points being with plastic as well, so you won't spin steal as well with counter mode. You know, it's pretty self-explanatory because like it's the reason why it's called counter mode and Absorb mode. But, you know, I think it's still pretty cool. I think counter mode definitely will be good against certain bays, but, you know, it honestly depends on who you're facing, right? Like, if you're facing some bay, like, a stamina type, then you might want to use counter mode, but, I don't know, man. At the end of the day, it's your preference, like, what mode's better, so, yeah, I don't know. Honestly, they're both pretty good. I would say Absorb mode is slightly better, but, so let me know down in the comment section below, what do you guys think is the better mode, counter mode or Absorb mode? That is it for this video, though. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.